Alright, so looking at this is ECad. ECad looks pretty solid also. Looking at it on the larger time frame and the smaller time frame, it looks like it's doing just about the same thing. There's just a lot less noise on the larger time frame. I mean, there's not really a lot of noise. No, a lot of noise. It's not a lot. God damn, not a lot of noise on the phone when I'm looking at it over here. God damn, I need some food in my system. I'm hungry as hell, stuttering my words like that. Anyway, so basically what I'm looking at is price already broke below that 4421 level. Price already broke below that 4421 level, so broke below it and got a lot of confirmation, respected it completely, and so price is going to continue moving down. So 433 is that next level that I'm expecting it to bounce off of, and that will also be the bottom of the trend line of that ascending channel that it's in. So 3 to the top, 3 to the bottom. If it does break, like I said, I don't really see it breaking below because it already started that reversal that it's in with right here. So I like that. I like the way that looks a lot. And then then the second touch of the trend line was the order block also. So that looks real good. And then yeah, man, so that's the third touch. I don't really have much more to add with that. It's already kind of self-explanatory with this one. I just need to see a bullish CSP. Roughly it's on the 4, so I think it would be a lot better on the 4 to look at that than it would the daily. Need to see bullish, oh, spelled that wrong, bullish CSPZ before entry. At 3, I think that's, is that just the writing, or I think that's my writing. Let's go ahead and put 3 sell. God damn it. 3 sell. Alright. Yeah, 3-7. That's cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and move that right there. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. So not really much more to add on that. Don't really need to go down to the 1, only because it's super clear. It's not really any noise. Just some accumulation of contracts. 24/7 happened over here with that rejection, or excuse me, not even rejection, with the respect of the 38% fib level. So I mean that completed. So 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, so that finished also. So I mean that's not really much more to add to ECad. It's just waiting for the bullish CSP before entry at that buy zone. All right. So looking at ECad, over last night it went up and rejected off that 50% level, and that EMA right there, that orange mustard looking EMA. So what I'm expecting to happen is another move like that to start this day off, and then it's going to make its way down to that 433 area. So I'm looking at that as a quick move, and then I want to see some bullish activity right around that 433 area. So I'm gonna be looking for that. Those are the 2 next immediate moves that I'm looking for ECad. All right, so looking at ECad, ECad is doing quite nicely. It got from the bottom of the ascending channel that it's currently in, and then it had an extremely strong breakout area. Entry with that one was this one did super well. Hit the limit order at 433, and then it's been exploding upwards. Got the trailing profit on there. And so just going to continue to let it do what it do. And if it does come back down to this area to make like a little inverted head and shoulders, that is even more okay, because that's just going to signify stronger momentum for the breakout of that IHS to just go straight up to the top of that channel. So this is actually around the area that I would expect price to that neckline area to start making the trough of that right shoulder. So if it does, let me just look real quick. If it does do that, no big deal. Just gotta have some patience, a little bit more, and wait. That's right at that 50 mark. And for the 24/7, a break of that 38 mark. So if that does, I mean, like I said, I'm not really. I got a trailer profit on, so I'm going to collect something from it. And if it does, that 23 area will probably be the trough of that right shoulder. So make sure I set a trailer on that. 3. I already got one on there, so yeah, so got a trailer on there already. And if it does go back down to that area and reject off that 23, if it doesn't continue just going upward, I would love to see it do that. That'd be cool. But if it does come back down to that 23, I want to see slow momentum, just like the left shoulder trough. And then once I see some slow momentum, I'd hop in and continue riding upward to the top of that channel, roughly up there. So that's it for ECad for now. Day for ECad. ECad was a nice collection. All right, so got the bounce off the bottom of the trend line, and then it started ramping up, and then it closed above that sell zone at 44.2. So once it did that, it was safe to put some trailers in there. So I put a trailer in there, and then I'm glad I did because it started to make a super strong move downward. All right, so for ECad, I do like what's happening. It is in an ascending channel, and got 3 touches to the top plus 3 touches to the bottom. And then when I'm looking at where price is right now in this structure, it looks like it's making a little DV pattern, and it has respected that 43 zone, that 43 buy zone that it's at. So if I go down to a little bit lower to see what's going on. Alright, so I already got the respect of this level from a stop hunt, it looks like. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call that a stop hunt, but it looked like price did need to grab some contracts and kind of wick them out, like ever so slightly, just because it wasn't like anything massive. The price is still moving in that same direction. So with price moving in that same direction with that big wick, I already do know that that wick needs to be filled. So the wick is currently being filled as I'm looking at this chart. So that's good, and I'm assuming that buy zone is going to also be respected with this double bottom structure that price is making on this lower time frame. So with that being said, I definitely am still expecting the continuation of this ascending channel, and so I'm really just waiting on confirmation at this point. Alright, so looking at ECad, last time we looked at it, it was filling the wick over here, and we were waiting for the respect of that 43.3 level. So we ended up not getting that respect that we were looking for. We didn't get the confirmation on the rejection of the buy zone at 433, and ended up breaking below and then confirming with multiple candles afterwards. Came back up to the bottom of the neckline, of the trend line, retested it. It did give a false break inside of that channel, and then confirmed immediately after that it was going to continue downward, and then it gave a retest. So that was the entry. Oh shoot, that was the entry. And then price continued moving downward. It didn't quite hit that level, so it was still an active trade. Excuse me. But it did come back and ramp up to a trailer right around this area. So price did come back up to that 433 level, and then that's kind of where it's currently at now, making its way back up. So I mean, this one isn't quite complete, but it was a collection on this one, so could look for another entry at that 433 level. And let's see, we did look for something around there. That would be that 50%. So that would be the only way I would see an entry for this specific pattern. I mean, this specific pair. And then that would also be the rejection of that 433 level again. So that would, yeah, that would be the only, and that's also a minor swing level over here. That price broke out of the bottom of the ascending channel. Go ahead and put that there also. So I mean, it's a pretty strong zone. If price does make its way back up to that 433 and it doesn't just continue its move downward, that would be an additional entry for the sell to complete the breakout of the ascending channel and make its way probably to this area right here. All right, update on ECad. I was expecting it to come back to this 50% level. It did go to the 50% level, but it went way past the 50% level, so it wasn't even an entry.